A city that had become a haven for tens of thousands fleeing fighting is now itself emptying in panic in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Reports are coming out of Goma of a city in turmoil. Amid fear, rebel fighters are closing in, while the city's residents are joining refugees in clearing out. Government forces are also fleeing. In the past hour, the district governor has spoken of people stampeding and the city panicking. We're now hearing reports of soldiers commandeering cars to escape. Well, the battles are centered in North Kivu province. President Kabila's UN-backed troops say soldiers of rebel Laurent Nkunda's forces are being reinforced by Rwandan tanks. The rebels have already taken the strategic border town of Rutshuru. Nolan is following the developments.
A sorry sight for Congolese as its army troops continue to retreat. Rebels loyal to the Tutsi general Laurent Nkunda are relentlessly advancing towards the provincial capital Goma. Some of the Congolese army soldiers say the rebels are being helped by Rwanda's Tutsi-dominated military.
The bombing is coming from the border into Congo, so it can only be Rwanda bombing.
It's a regular allegation made by the Congolese government and always denied by Rwanda. Either way, the rebel forces show no signs of stopping, sending tens of thousands of refugees scurrying for a safe place.
We are lacking even water. When you move around here, you find unaccompanied children, women who've lost their husbands. Everyone sleeps all over, anywhere, and when it rains, it is serious for us.
If Goma is next to fall, there's much more at risk than just huge embarrassment for the world's biggest and most expensive UN peacekeeping mission.
The situation is very dire. I do not think that the international community can afford the luxury of waiting another day. Otherwise, we will have a genocide in Eastern Congo, and one that we have not yet contemplated. I think that there has to be immediate action, immediate intervention, both the diplomatic solution, but you need a military solution to stop the two sides from fighting.
The 17,000 UN peacekeepers have come under attack from civilians for not doing enough to protect them. But part of the problem is that the UN mandate is to protect civilians and support the government army, not to engage in direct battles with rebels. Many Congolese are not happy with that, or the UN Secretary General's calls for more diplomacy.
Urge the leaders to stop fighting and to reconcile between the leaders and to the countries, between the two countries, between DRC and Rwanda.
The UN says despite its 17,000 troops and helicopter gunships, they are overwhelmed by the strength of the rebels. The future remains uncertain for the 800,000 odd people caught up in the on-off fighting over the last year. They've lost practically everything and don't know when they'll need to flee again as the rebels continue their advance. Nolan, Al Jazeera.